Call the 5 o'clock meeting, work session to order. First item is discussion of the FY 2026-2027 draft budget ordinances changes to the fee schedules. Stand by for Mr. Luckadoo.
What are we on, the budget?
Waiting on you.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In follow-up to second reading and public hearing on the fiscal year 26-27 budget, we had not at that point added the land development fees into the fee schedule in the ordinance. And we also passed third and final reading of the penalty for the building permits. So since then, we have gone in, updated the ordinance and fee schedule to include the land development fees and the penalty, the language for the penalty regarding building permits. That's the only change that's been made, but those have been added into the fee schedule for third and final reading.
Very good. Any questions? Hearing none. Item 3, discussion and review of 4 zoning ordinances. Ms. Katie Works, Director of Planning and Zoning.
Last night at our joint planning commission meeting, we reviewed 3 rezoning ordinances, so I'm going to go through those here during the work session. The first, we did have one ordinance that is not on your agenda due to it being in the Town of Prosperity. So we did hear an ordinance on the Town of Prosperity that will be further to their Town of Prosperity Council. So our next rezoning that we heard was for 7372 US Highway 76. The applicant is proposing to rezone 2 acres located at 7372 US Highway 76 in Prosperity from industrial to general commercial. The applicant is proposing a use of a convenience store / gas station, but there is no confirmed gas station name out there for that site.
Is there any opposition?
So the future land use map identified this property and the surrounding area as development. So this rezoning does fit that classification. Last night, the Planning Commission heard some opposition. The biggest 2 factoring oppositions was the proximity to Mid-Carolina High School and Middle School, giving children the close proximity to a gas station where possible things could happen, and then also the traffic issues that adding a gas station could put onto that intersection. So we did have a motion to approve the rezoning, but unfortunately that motion failed. It was 7-3 with a denying vote.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
if I may, from a legal standpoint, just having heard Ms. Wirtz and how the Planning Commission reviewed this, I would recommend to this council that this matter be remanded back to the commission for review. It doesn't, they have to stay within the land regulations, and I'm not sure that that was completely fleshed out during that discussion. So just from a legal perspective, I'd recommend that it be remanded back.
Okay, do I have a motion?
And while they have their remand hearing to have legal advice available to them.
Okay. Heard the advice of council. Do we have a motion as such?
I make a motion that goes back to the planning commission for legal advice when they're making their decisions.
Make a motion.
No, you're not.
There's no motion and
you're not-
vote, and we're in work session right now,
Yeah,
not
you're not-
regular meeting.
Can't do that right now.
You'll do it.
Stand by.
They're anxious, sorry.
I am anxious. Yeah. All right. I think we got clarification on that one.
Any other questions on
Any
this?
other questions on that particular item?
Okay.
Okay.
The next rezoning Planning Commission heard was for a piece of property at the corner of Wise Street and Wilson Road. It's currently zoned GC General Commercial. Applicant is asking to go back to R2 Rural. This rezoning went before the board and you all about 2 years ago for potential used car lot. Things did not work out with that, so the applicant is asking to go back to R2 rule for a potential home site. The future land use map does show this area as transitional. Rezoning back to R2 rule does fall within the transitional classification, and Planning Commission did unanimously vote to send it to you all with an approved recommendation.
No opposition.
No opposition, no, sir.
Any questions? All right.
All right, moving along to Coon Trussell Road. Applicant put in a rezoning request to rezone approximately 36.7 acres located on Coon Trussell Road from R2 rural to GC general commercial for a potential commercial construction laydown yard. The future land use map identifies this area as transitional. The rezoning to general commercial does fall within that zoning or that definition of transitional. During the meeting last night for this rezoning, we had several community members come out in opposition for the rezoning. The summary of their opposition was they really want to keep that part of Pomeria rural. They enjoy being able to walk that road, bike that road. They're unsure of if it gets rezoned to general commercial that maybe it won't really turn into a commercial construction laydown yard. It may open up possibilities for something other than that. And so once Planning Commission voted, it was a unanimous vote to deny the rezoning. I had a phone call this afternoon from the property owner, and he has asked to postpone the first reading with you all until the first meeting in August. He would like to do some research and get some more things together before coming before you all.
All right. Heard the explanation. Any questions? Okay. Thank you.
The last rezoning presented to the Planning Commission was for 10 acres at 5576 SC Highway 34, 121. Currently, the property is owned R2 rural. The applicant is asking to go to RS Single Family Residential. Currently, there is one home site on the property. The applicant is proposing stated 20 lots, but after him and I spoke, 20 lots isn't practical there, so it'd be more like 14 to 15. He is wanting to do, of course, higher density residential with RS. That would limit to site built or modular. No manufactured homes would be allowed. He has reached out to the city of Newberry. This piece of property is right after you pass the city of Newberry sewer plant. And he said, speaking with the city, if the rezoning goes through and he pursues this plan, he would be seeking to extend the sewer line so that all of those homes have public water and sewer. This piece of property is identified as rural development in the future land use map, and this rezoning does fit that classification. The Planning Commission, we had two come out to speak. One is not in favor just because, more houses, more confusion in the area. The other, once he heard what was going on, was more understanding. The Planning Commission did vote to approve the rezoning. It was a 5-4 vote.
Okay. Hearing the explanation, do you have any questions? All right. Thank you, Katie. Item number 4, discussion of changes to South Carolina Code of Laws regarding South Carolina's watercraft taxes. Ms. Donald Lamanek, always a pleasure.
Thank you, sir. I'm here just for information. Okay. I stand before you as your Newberry County Auditor to inform Council of a legislative mandate, H 3858, to the counties pertaining to watercraft. This will be in effect beginning January the 1st, 2027. Per DOR, this existing provision and the one that just passed in the boat bill are exemptions and the county cannot lower the assessment ratio because the 10.5% is in the state constitution. So we're gonna have to show it on our tax bill as an exemption. The original bill will be there, and then we'll just show the exemption. And the county has two options for me to implement this. One is to exempt 42.8571% of the fair market value of a watercraft phased in over 3 years. Therefore, that first year, which is 2027, we would exempt 14.2857. 2028, we would do 28.5714, and our full exemption would not be until 2029, which is 42.86%. Full exemption can be effective. Our second option is to go full exemption in January of 27 of the 42.85. We have that option, but with consideration of our FY 26-27 budget, I am recommending, along with the county administration staff, correct? We've all discussed it, that Newberry County implement the first option to phase it in over 3 years. If the county goes with option 2, the budget will have to be revisited, and it will be a $200,000 deficit if we go the first year. With option 1, the county has already addressed that budget, considering a loss. And this will affect the school budget and all 5 municipalities. So everybody will have to relook at their budgets if we go with the one that full exemption in 2027. The mandate to the auditor's office is required to issue only one bill for watercraft. In the past, we have done one bill for motor, one bill for the boat. But this is going to remove the requirement to title the outboard motor, but it's going to allow the auditor to combine the boat and outboard motor on one property tax notice. However, motors of at least 5 horsepower are now required to be registered. Under the new law, although the outboard motors are no longer titled, they are still taxable. And there's been some misconception about that because people thought we wouldn't be billing the motors. We are. It's just going to be on with your boat. That's what the state law says. At the present time, a boat can be charged in the month of March, and the motor can be charged in April. My staff is going to have to figure out how to marry the correct motor with the correct boat, so we can charge one bill. On this bill, we are not charging the ratio. We're not changing that ratio, but we're going to show a credit given to the taxpayer. Since this is a mandate that we must allow, I plan to put something on the tax bill that Newberry County gives the credit, because the county is the one that's going to lose the funds, not the state, because they are not going to make it hold. We've just been told we've got to do it. Another issue might happen is as follows. I sent this question to DOR. If a boat and motor are currently tax exempt because the minimum value, which is $500, you could have a boat at $500 and a motor at $500. They're exempt. But if I put them on the same bill, we're now talking $1,000. They're taxable. So that's going to have to be decided. Because if you've been exempt for years, I could be charging you. That's another question that went to DOR. We got to figure out what we're going to do. And beginning January the 1st of 2028, this is mandated to me in this bill too. County auditor has got to annually mail out outboard motor registration numbers, renewal notices to the owner of the outboard motors in my county, as determined by DNR, no later than 45 days before the expiration of the registration. The renewal notices, including the fees upon completion, have got to come back to the county, not the DNR. They're coming back to the county. Then we have several things that we have to take care of, and all that's on page 24 of the 28 bill. I got a copy of the bill if y'all need it. The mandate's going to take place January the 1st of 2028. This one is. This was sent to DOR after I questioned it. It's not on your original question sheet. I gave y'all all a sheet of questions that our committee has worked up because we don't know what to do about it. I'm not sure I will bill this, and additional postage is going to have to be done. Because now, instead of the DNR mailing out the registration notice, the county's going to be doing it. It's another mandate that's in this bill. And I have been appointed to a Teams committee of auditors and treasurers throughout the state. We're meeting once a week, hopefully, to discuss this 28-page bill that was mandated, but not with clear instructions to make it work for all 46 counties. And I have found 46 counties do not do everything the same way. So we're going to have to try to get it consistent. Some counties are going to go in January and take the whole 42%. Those counties that can afford that kind of cut. I don't think we can. The committee plans to meet with DNR, DOR representatives to make sure we're complying and we're within the state law. It's my understanding that DNR and DOR attorneys are meeting this week, so both organizations are on the same page of the wording and the intent of the law. So they're not real sure either what we're supposed to do. And I have to have this by November because the bill goes out in January, and I have to have 2 months to get it all worked up. So I've only addressed the items in this bill, H 3858, that pertain to the taxation and my office. South Carolina Revenue Physical Affairs Office estimates, due to this 42 and 86% property tax exemption, $51 million plus in property tax revenue will be foregone beginning in the tax year 2029 upon the implementation of this exemption. They also anticipate that counties are going to have to increase their millage rates within the allowable limits to offset the foregone tax revenues. So that's my news for today. And I sent y'all a list of the questions that I did. And like I say, the bill is 3858. It passed, so this is one we're going to have to do. I'm not sure about the homestead bill. It did not pass in session to raise the homestead to 150, but there's a proviso out there that I could have to do it for 1 year. I don't know what that'll cost the county if I have to implement that just for 1 year. So those are my tidings for tonight. Anybody got any questions?
But you said that we were good if we went with the first option, that
Yep.
y'all had looked far enough in advance to
Yes,
make
we
sure
checked
were
it
good,
out.
so.
Because it's a deficit of 200,000 if we go with the all-out first year, first year, and don't implement the 3-year.
Right.
And then if you do that, we're going to have to go back and redo the budget and find somewhere to raise it.
Right.
So
I'm glad you looked out for us.
that's what we're here for. Isn't that right, Ted?
Yes, ma'am.
Any other questions?
Thank you for your hard work on it.
Thank you
Well,
for the work on that.
We're still working on it every week.
Thank
We're
you,
doing a
staff.
Teams meeting.
Appreciate you.
Most interested.
Absolutely.
Just wanted to let y'all know what's going
And I
on.
got the bill wrote down so I can go read it myself.
I want to vote too.
Thank you. Item number 5, discussion relating to the possible acceptance of Goggins Road, Fawn Court into the Newberry County road system.
Mr. Chairman and council, following our last work session and council meeting, our last work session that we had, Mr. Jerry Reno and Ms. Vicki Sanders gave a presentation regarding Goggins Court and Fawn Court and kind of laid out a foundation of their knowledge. And essentially, they have requested that we formally accept those roads into the Newberry County Road Network. Wanted to put this on as an agenda item in case you guys wanted to have further group discussion regarding their request and their ask. But also, one thing that came up the other day as a point of clarification, when they came, it was presented as Goggins Court and Fawn Court, and it made it sound like it was 2 roads. Just the technicality, we had to redo the ordinance, which you have an updated copy of that ordinance sitting in front of you. It's technically 3 roads. It's Goggins Drive and Goggins Court, which, as Vicki explained to me, is really 1 road, but it's given 2 names. It's 1 road that goes down, and it kind of branches off left and right for just a short period to people's driveway. but technically speaking, there are two road names, but really it operates as one road. So we had to go back into the ordinance and add Goggins Drive, which makes it look like the adoption of three separate roads, but it's really treated as one road on those two. So just as a point of clarification, but wanted to leave it open for you guys if you felt there was any further discussion following their presentation from the last council meeting. And this is an agenda item with an ordinance for council to consider at the 6 o'clock regular meeting.
Were we able to verify their emails that they had from county employees saying there was no problem taking the road in and all that?
We feel confident that that was legit letters and communication back and forth. Yes, sir.
What's the length of the road?
Oh, my goodness. I don't have that folder sitting
not
here.
very
I
long.
think
I don't
it's
know.
not, they're not, neither one's very long.
Half
Yeah.
mile.
Okay, thank you.
Is that road occupied by a lot of people? Or
Yes,
just
sir.
Maybe,
That both are occupied by residences. And they're all part of one subdivision. There was just a lot of back and forth, some disagreements and tiffs in the past, and everything around it was brought into the network by Newberry County, except those three roads that are before you tonight. But the intention from the very beginning was for those roads to be paved and accepted by Newberry County. But again, I wasn't there for all the disagreements and everything that went on in the past. But from the very beginning, the intent was for Newberry County to accept those paved roads. So.
I know, that's one we've been talking about for quite some time.
My understanding is this has been going on for 20 years, this discussion.
Any other questions? Hearing none. Thank you, sir. All right. Do I have a motion to adjourn the 5 o'clock meeting? Motion by Vice Chair. Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Reader. Any discussion? All in favor? We are adjourned the 5 o'clock meeting. It is 6 o'clock, and I would like to call the Newberry County Council regular meeting to order. At this time, I would ask everyone to please silence their cell phones. And item number 2, we're going to have the invocation and pledge by Councilman Johnson.
Everybody, please bow your heads. Father God, we come in these moments thanking you, Lord, for the blessings on us. Thank you for the right to assemble together, the right to govern ourselves, Father. We know that right come from you. And so, Father, we give you all glory for that. Lord, we just ask right now as we come into this meeting that you would impart on us wisdom and discernment. Lord, you said in your word that if any of us lack wisdom, we could ask for it. And not only would you give it, but you would give it liberally. And so, Father, pour out your wisdom on us as we seek to serve you and serve our fellow man together. Father, bless each one gathered here. And Lord, we just pray right now that you'd lead, guide, and direct us, and that all that we say and do might bring you glory. We ask it all in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It is great having such a crowd here. Overflow, first time I've seen it here. All right, item 3, we'll take as one item if I hear no objection. And that's the adoption of minutes. Part A, Newberry County Council work session meetings, minutes, May 6, 2026. Newberry County Council minutes, May 6, 2026. There a motion to adopt? Motion by Councilman Scurry, second by Councilman Reeder. Any discussion? All in favor? That is unanimous. All right, we do have an amendment to agenda number 10C. This should be deleted. As we discussed in the 5 p.m. work session, the applicant for the rezoning at Coon Trussell Road has requested to postpone the matter to a date certain in August, and there will be no discussion on this agenda item by either council or public comments since this item has been removed. Can I get a motion to accept the agenda as presented?
With
As
the
amended.
amendment.
Accept as amended.
Yes.
Got a motion by Councilman Johnson, second by Councilman Reeder. Any discussion? All in favor? That is unanimous. Item 5, special appearance, Newberry Soil and Water Conservation District, Ben Setzler and Daniel Nicholson.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I appreciate everybody being here for the Conservation District tonight.
You brought a crowd, Ben.
Yeah. I didn't expect this. We've been on the agenda for quite some time, so just to say that. I know why everybody's here. Brief statement on that, Associate Commissioner Nicholson.
Also want to briefly acknowledge the public concern around the proposed data center in the county.
We're not going to take any comments on data centers tonight.
All right. As far as the conservation districts, I am proud to say that we've earned South Carolina District of the Year in 2025. This is the second time in 6 years we have won that. There's 46 counties. They are all active, so that is a pretty competitive thing that we're proud of. We're presented by Governor McMaster, or a state proclamation by Governor McMaster on a ceremony. We appreciate Councilman Cease being there for that. The district will be administering a disaster recovery block grant for Hurricane Helene from the Department of Ag. This is $38 million in federal aid. We do not know how much of this will come to Newberry County yet, but because of the level of our damage, I do believe it will be in the millions that come to the county. June 25th, our annual Camp Conservation takes place at Hidden Lake at Gilly Washer Park. We should have 60-plus campers. It is always at capacity with a waiting list. Ages 6 to 12 to spend a week-long day camp learning about our resources from us and our partner agencies. You are all welcome to participate. If you want to swing by for a day, just see what's going on. We'd love to just have an appearance. We awarded 5 annual $1,000 scholarships to students from Newberry County that are attending secondary schools. from Newberry or are studying natural resource-related fields. For Keep Newberry County Beautiful, we've given litter lessons to over 300 students at elementary schools across the county. Through grant funding, we're able to give each student a book related to the environment to take home as part of Reading Across America. We have just received a $5,000 grant from Keep America Beautiful to install Liberty Gardens at 4 local elementary schools to celebrate America's 250th anniversary. Raised bed gardens are being installed this week with student participation. We also received $3,500 in grant funds from Duke Energy and Palmetto Pride to celebrate America's 250. These funds will be used to landscape and refurbish the entrance signs to the town of Whitmire. The American Legion Auxiliary will take part in the project. Keep Newberry County Beautiful also received $7,000 in grant funds to hire litter crews to clean up our roadways across the county. We've contracted students and part-time crews and assigned streets that need a little more attention. This grant runs through December. We are applying for annual funding. We're hosting our second annual Messiest Yard Mini Grant with $2,500 sponsorship from the Joanna Foundation. We will mow, weed eat, edge, trim the messiest yard that we can find, so you can nominate your neighbor or yourself. Applications are being accepted through September 30th. I flew through that because I know y'all have a lot to discuss tonight, but do I have any questions?
We just appreciate everything that y'all do and the way that y'all give back.
Well, thank you, Councilman.
Absolutely. Y'all do a lot for the community, and we certainly do appreciate it, and we appreciate the update.
Thank you. Happy to do it. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks. Appreciate you. Hang around if you will.
We will.
All right, item 6, the administrator's report. And that's going to be item A, employee recognitions. Mr. Luckadoo.
All right. Get the order. Thank you, Mr. Chairman and Council. It's always an honor to come up here and recognize employees for their time and service with the Newberry County government. We do this at 5-year, 10-year, 15-year, 20-year, 5-year increments for as long as they so choose to stay employed with Newberry County and serve the citizens of Newberry County. So tonight we've got a number of recognitions. The first one that we're going to start with is Miss Katie Works. If you would come on up. Katie, it is a privilege to recognize you this evening for your outstanding service and leadership in Newberry County. Since beginning her career with Newberry County in 2021, Katie has continuously demonstrated a strong commitment to professionalism, growth, and excellence in service to our community. During her time with Newberry County, Katie has served as zoning administrator, deputy building official, and now serves as the director of building and zoning. In each role, she has brought dedication, expertise, and a strong work ethic that has contributed greatly to the success of the department and the services provided to the citizens of Newberry County. Katie's commitment to her profession is further demonstrated by her achievement of the highest certification offered through the International Code Council as Master Code Professional, a distinction that reflects extensive knowledge, experience, and dedication to the building and code enforcement profession. Her leadership, professionalism, and commitment to serving the public have made her a tremendous asset to Newberry County. We sincerely appreciate all that you do for our county, and that's why it is such a pleasure this evening, on behalf of County Council, to recognize and thank you for your 5 years of service to Newberry County. The second one that I have tonight, and then we'll invite Major Chapman up, and then we'll have our auditor come up following that. We have Jessica Osborne. Jessica, you come on up. Jessica, we are pleased to recognize you this evening for your dedicated service to Newberry County and for the important work that you do each day serving our citizens. Jessica began her career with the Newberry County Magistrate's Office on May 5th, 2021, where she quickly became a valued member of the team through her professionalism, hard work, and commitment to public service. While serving in the Magistrate's Office, Jessica worked closely with magistrate judges and law enforcement officers to help manage the disposition of court caseloads and ensure the efficient operation of the office. In November 2025, Jessica transitioned into her current role as the E911 clerk with the Newberry County Sheriff's Office. In this position, she assists the Newberry County E911 Director with assigning addresses for Newberry County citizens, helping to support emergency response operations and public safety throughout the county. Jessica's dedication, attention to detail, and willingness to serve wherever needed have made her an important asset to both the magistrate's office and the sheriff's office. We sincerely appreciate all that you do for Newberry County, and that is why it is a pleasure this evening, and on behalf of County Council, to recognize and thank you for your dedicated service. Congratulations. And she is also 5 years of service with Newberry County. Next, we got Edward Knowles and Michael Stribble, and I'll invite Major Chapman.
Thank you. Ed, we start with the oldest guy with the fewest amount of years. Ed joined the Sheriff's Office as a second career following his retirement and has become a valued member of our agency. He oversees the courtroom security operations for the Magistrate, Family, and General Sessions Court, ensuring safety and orderly operation of each proceeding. Ed is known as dependable by-the-book employee who can be counted on all the time and handle his responsibilities professionally and ensure the job is done the right way. We'd like to thank you, Ed, for your 5 years of
You're welcome.
Get the bigger font, you gotta get out of this.
Mike Stripper. Michael, thank you for joining us this evening. It's a pleasure to recognize you for your dedicated service with the Newberry County Sheriff's Office. Michael began his career with the Sheriff's Office in 2001 and faithfully serves the citizens of Newberry County in a variety of important roles throughout his career. Over the years, he has served as a road patrol deputy, school resource officer, narcotics investigator, lieutenant over the investigations unit, and currently serves as a captain overseeing investigations and victim services. Throughout his career, Michael has played an integral role in the operations of the Sheriff's Office, consistently demonstrating professionalism, dedication, and a strong commitment to providing the highest level of service to the citizens of Newberry County. His leadership and experience have made him a tremendous asset to the Sheriff's Office and to his community. Law enforcement runs deep in the Stribble family. Michael's father, Dean Stribble, also dedicated his career to serving Newberry County and retired from the Sheriff's Office after 32 years of service. We appreciate all you do for this county, and that is why it's such a pleasure to have you here this evening. On behalf of County Council, to recognize you and thank you for your years of dedicated service. Congratulations. Thank you. I don't think I said that's 25 years of service.
Good evening, gentlemen, again.
See Terry back there.
Okay, I'll get you to stand right here by me. I'm here tonight to present something to someone that has been in the office a long time. She came May the 1st, 1996. She's been with me 30 years we've worked together. And I remember that day quite well because when she walked into the office, I loved her beautiful red hair. It's still got some red in it, Shannon, but it was a beautiful color red. And over the years, things do change, but we're still here. We're still here. She is a conscientious employee and knowledgeable about the auditor's office. Her cool, calm, and collected personality works great with the taxpayers. She has a wonderful personality. She's a go-to person. Most likely, if you call the auditor's office, she's going to be the person that answers the phone. That is only one of her duties, though. She handles all our monthly vehicle renewals, exempt vehicles, merchant charges, and she works at the front counter when she's needed. So you may see her there. She's always willing to help her fellow employees because I have two that's only been there about 2 years, and she's been real instrumental in helping train them. The auditor's office is proud to have Shannon on our team. And if we could go another 30 years, Shannon, that would be good. I don't know that she wants to do that, but I want to present this to you tonight, your certificate, and you get a nice pen. Yeah, it's hooked. They hooked that to us. And on behalf of County Council, we love our longtime employees, don't we?
We do. We do.
Makes it easier on all of us, okay? Come on, we got to back up.
She's going backwards a little bit.
A little bit more.
It's a zoom in, we're fine.
Thank you, Anthony. She's a very dedicated employee. She had a little outpatient surgery last week, but she still made it tonight.
Well, we certainly do appreciate all of our hard-working employees and their dedication to Newberry County. They're a tremendous asset to us all. All right, project updates.
Mr. Chairman, got 4 items here that I wanted to update on tonight. We did hold bid opening today for the CPST #1 project, which is the Newberry County Public Safety Complex. We are shooting to bring this award and approval to council at the June 17th council meeting. We have bid opening tomorrow for the Airport Taxiway A rehabilitation project. That bid opening is at 3 p.m. and we also hope to bring the awarding of that project on June 17th as well. For CPS projects, the museum roof project is complete. I believe they've just got to remove the scaffolding at this point, but overall the project is complete. The Pomeria Community Center is now complete, and the Whitmire Gym project is also complete. We are out for bid for the CPST Newberry Amphitheater project. Bids will be opened on June 18th at 3:00 p.m. That's my update.
All right, thank you for the update. Sounds good. We got things going on. All right, item 7, the chairman's comments. Appreciate everybody that came out to the Opera House the other night for the information session. I thought it was some good information. Had a good crowd. Got a good crowd tonight. A lot of people involved in county business. That's great. Always great. Item 8, public comments regarding items on the agenda that are listed on the agenda. The data center nor the Coon Trussell Road items are on the agenda tonight for today. Therefore, we will not take any public comments on these items. There will be opportunity for these public comments when the items listed are on future agendas. I would like to take this opportunity, if you are here in opposition of the data center, if you would raise your hand, just to be recognized. Okay, thank you. Likewise, if you're here in opposition of the Coon Trussell Road ordinance, please raise your hand. We appreciate your interest and concern, and there will be time for public comments when these items are listed on the agenda properly. public comments. Tracy Clifford.
My comments are on the data center.
Thank you, ma'am. Tyler Johnson.
If I don't use the word data center, can I talk?
As long as it doesn't talk about anything to do with the data center.
Did you not just put it on the agenda though by mentioning it during the chairman's comments?
It's not up for discussion tonight.
Okay. I'll talk about data center.
Please state your name and
My name's
Your address?
Tyler Johnson, live at 693 Henderson Court. Been attending meetings here for the past 3 years. Up until recent ones, that we decided to add public comments on agenda items. Over that 3-year period, we have heard public comments ranging on anything that a concerned citizen brought forward. Our council has repeatedly commented how they appreciate people showing up and being involved in their local government. And I would just want to state, by silencing them when they do show up is not approval of them. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Rhonda Johnson. Would you state your name and address, please?
Yes, sir. Rhonda Johnson. I live at 6218 Mount Bethel Garmany Road here in Newberry. Good evening, Mr. Luckadoo, Chairman Shealy, members of the council. I would like to thank each of you here for your willingness to first make the decision to run for council when you did, your campaigning time, and your commitment to attending these meetings and to work alongside our county government, and for listening to your constituents across the county. It is not an easy job, nor is it to be taken lightly. There comes a time, or there came a time, when each of you, for whatever reason, decided to step in and run for office to serve on county council. I have lived in Newberry County for over 47 years and have known many of you for many years, with the exception of Mr. Cease and Mr. Smith, whom I only met when you decided to run for office. And I would say, for the most part, we as citizens of Newberry County have trusted each of you to be our voice, to represent what's best for those of us living in Newberry County, not a developer, corporation, business, or single individual, and especially not yourselves, standing to gain from decisions and voting record. I'm here tonight to tell each of you that I, as well as many throughout our county, have lost that trust in you. I would ask that when items are presented, handed down, or given to you through any source, that you each individually do your due diligence, inquire, have your own thoughts, concerns, questions. I'm asking that you be aware of every single ordinance request, resolution, motion, complaint, concern in any area of our county. Then and only then does that prepare you to come together publicly so that we as the county have input as to the direction that you as a council and our county is heading. Sad to say, I have not always seen that from each council member here.
Thank you, Mr.
And my
Johnson.
challenge to you is step in to the responsibility of representing the voting taxpayers and members of this county, or respectfully, I ask you to step out of the position you hold on the council. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson. Jerry Fellers.
The item on which I was to speak has been removed from the agenda.
Thank you, Ms. Fellers. Elise Fellers.
The item has been removed.
Thank you, Ms. Fellers. Banks Fellers.
The item has been removed.
Thank you, Banks. Sherry Richardson.
The item has been removed.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Richardson. Jamie Hall.
My original item was removed, but I'll speak to another. My name is Jamie Hall. I reside at 555 Coon Trussell Road in Pomeria. Regarding 10A on the agenda, the rezoning of the property close to the high school, I just think that all of you should go there about 7:30 in the morning on a school morning and watch the young high school drivers go through there before you think that a gas station is a good idea right there. So just for the record, I wanted to mention that.
Thank you, Ms. Hall. Ms. Amy Waits Russell.
Item has been removed.
Thank you, Ms. Russell. Jim and Patty Nip.
I'm sorry. No, we.
Okay, thank you. Lily Hunter.
Data center.
Okay, thank you. Alicia Lander Orr.
May be outside. Yeah, go check on that, and I'd say move on to the next
Okay.
one.
Alicia Lander Orr. Steve, Joanne Davis. You were going to speak on one of the items listed?
No, I think it's been covered.
Okay, thank you. Kathy Erickson.
Data.
Thank you. Kendall Boland.
The item was removed.
Thank you, Kendall. Burley Boland.
Becky. But Mr. Burley
sorry.
was a good man.
He
so
was,
I
he was.
I can take that part as well. I'm Becky Boland at 1704 Coon Trestle Road. And I had a quick question, just so we would be informed tonight, and then I also am speaking on 10A as well. If one person asks for something to be striked from the agenda, are the 80 or so, or 90 or so people that are out there and in here, are we to assume it's going to be moved to the date he wanted during the work session, which was August 5th, the first Wednesday meeting in August, or is that going to be something later forthcoming, so that we can know when to show back up for that?
So right now, his.
Speak to that.
And please pause my time so I can talk on 10A.
Do it.
Mr. Chairman, we don't answer questions during citizens' comments. It's for them to comment, and council.
It will be announced.
So,
Yeah,
so one person changes it and 90 can't keep it when we're here to speak on it to start with?
It's been stricken from the agenda.
So we can't know when the meeting is, when we are here?
It will be it will be listed on the agenda item.
All right. Okay, so in regards to 10A, last night I did talk in regards to the gas station when I was here near the Mid-Carolina schools. And I do hope that the committee's vote is strongly considered, even though I know there was some question in the work session. So I honestly thought that was going to be striked from the agenda, but I'm happy that it's not. The intersection is already heavily congested during the middle and high school drop-offs. As we've already heard, parents, buses, and student drivers already struggle getting through there safely. We already have 2 gas stations nearby. There's also a power line easement into the property that I know is also mentioned and is problematic. It is also concerning to place a gas station directly in front of students ages 12 to 18. A business open late with constant traffic creates opportunities for unnecessary loitering and some mischievous behavior that often happens beside the gas stations we already have and would continue at a much greater risk there in front of the schools. I ask that you all strongly consider the committee's recommendation and vote no to allowing a gas station to be built right there near the Mid-Carolina high school and middle school area. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Becky. Did you find? Okay, I'll check them all. Ms. Amanda Moss. Amanda Moss.
She's outside in the lobby.
Okay. Get her. We'll Sophie Eggleston. I'm sorry. You,
It's related to whether I can talk about it. The third reading of the budget is that's happening today, right?
yeah, you can make a comment about it.
Is there anything related to Project Voltaire in that budget? And wouldn't that count?
No. There's nothing in the budget about it anyway, so.
There's no money allocated.
We're not taking questions at this time anyway, but.
There's,
I think that's a fair question if we could answer, and the answer is no, there's no money
Yeah.
allocated for that project whatsoever. But
Ms. Moss, Amanda Moss? Okay. Amy Harpool? Amy Harpool? Emily Hotwanger?
She's outside in the lobby as well. Emily Hoppelonger.
Eric Alford?
Yes. Appreciate it. Hey, I'm new to Newberry County, and I'm happy to be in Little Mountain. I got to tell you, it's a beautiful place, and we love the people of Newberry. I've got fantastic neighbors, and I'm glad to be here. But I have heard a lot of things since I've lived over here, and this is just a general comment, different topics that neighbors and people have brought up with me. And I think a lot of times people, the average citizen that doesn't get to sit here all day in the meetings, are confused about the facts and the figures of these things. And I would just recommend, I'm sure we own audio-visual equipment, on any decision that has to be made that involves dollars, cents, equipment, money, if you can each make a video, 5-minute video, and tell us how you came to your decision, then we would understand it. And then we probably don't even have to come to a meeting. So if you can just state how you arrived at your decision, that would probably make life easier for everybody, for y'all, for us, why this is a good idea, like a traffic study. How many people a day go through there? It's going to bring in this much dollars. It's going to cost this much dollars. We'll get our money back in 10 years. If each one of you could state how you did it, I'm sure everybody would appreciate seeing your arithmetic. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment, Mr. Alford. Did we find Ms. Harpool or Ms. Hotwanger? Okay. Okay. No. Patrick Metz.
Mine is number E. Mine is number E, section D down at the bottom about the county roads. Goggin course.
Gotcha.
I know most of y'all back in 2007 was not on the board of the county council. That back then, the ordinance that the previous county council agreed on about doing roads and stuff like that. A county road, if they wanted the county paved, what y'all are trying to do here, that's what happened back in 2007. That many people started showing up. We had to do something because all the forestry land up in Chapels and everywhere around here, developers are buying it. So we had, as y'all had to do something to try to slow it down, just like today with you developing coming along. In an ordinance, back in 2007, some of these things that's going on, 25-foot right-of-way and things like that, y'all got in these developers, was done back in 2007 because of county roads. Because I don't know how many of them out here that live on county roads, they could show up today and start asking. But there are some standards that you got to go by to get it into paving by the CTC, that many of them on CTC is just like y'all, do not know nothing about this, how to get the money. Because CTC money got to come to the county to pave these roads, but the county got to meet the requirements that's in y'all county ordinance, like y'all got, that they wrote up in 2007, also to cover up for the developers that y'all got going on now, I think. So I hope that y'all go back and look at some of these notes. It was back in 2007. Yes, I was at all these meetings that these gentlemen, ladies, was trying to get their road paved, and I think there was somebody didn't want to get theirs approved. It didn't. a property owner didn't want to get theirs approved, it was thrown out. Everybody had to be 100% on the county road, and they had to give up right-of-way to the county to get the road paved. And I'm glad that the county did that back in 2007, because they cut out a lot of it, but you're fixing to open it back up again. But also for developers, that was good to have it in there for the developers, to get fire trucks, school buses, any other items to get in and out to these roads.
Thank you, Mr. Metz.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Did we ever find Miss Jamie Hall? She's gone. Okay, just making sure I didn't want to. Okay, that's all I got on this. Nobody on the back. All right. All right, well, that's all we had signed up for public comments. Item number 9, old business. Third reading of ordinance number 04-01-2026, providing appropriations for the fiscal year 2026-27 budget.
Just one thing to note on this before third and final reading, the land development fees were added into the fee schedule, and following third reading and adoption of the penalty related to building permit fees, that language was added into the fee schedule as well. But everything else remains the same.
Very good. We have a motion that this be we accept third reading. Motion by Councilman Reeder. I have a second. Second by Councilman Johnson. Any discussion?
Mr. Chairman, I plan on vote on the ordinance as a whole. I would abstain from any section related to WTH technology.
Duly noted. Any other discussion? All in favor? It is unanimous. Item 10, new business. Item A, first reading on ordinance 0501-2026, rezoning property at 7372 U.S. Highway 76 Prosperity, consisting of 2 acres from industrial to GC General Commercial. That's tax map number 577-18. Ms. Wertz.
The applicant is asking to rezone 2 acres located at 7372 U.S. Highway 76 in Prosperity, currently zoned industrial, to be rezoned to general commercial for a potential convenience store gas station. The future land use map identifies this property to be within the development area. The rezoning does comply with that rezoning. Last night, the Planning Commission heard this matter and did vote with the 7-3 vote to deny the rezoning.
Mr. Chairman, if I may.
Yes, ma'am.
As we discussed during the work session, my recommendation would be to remand this back to the Planning Commission to get legal advice.
All right. Do I have a motion as to such?
I'll make the motion to go with legal advice on it.
All right. We have a motion to remand it back to the Joint Planning and Zoning for further information and legal advice. I have a second by Councilman Scurry. Any further discussion? All in favor? Thank you, Ms. Wertz. It is unanimous. Sorry.
I had a request.
I appreciate that.
All right, item B, first reading on ordinance 0502-2026, rezoning property at the corner of Y Street and Wilson Road consisting of 1 acre from general commercial to R2 rural, and this is tax map number 399-56.
Yes, sir. So the property owner has submitted application for rezoning his 1 acre lot there at the corner of Wise Street and Wilson Road. About 2 years ago, came before Planning Commission and County Council to have his property rezoned from R2 to general commercial for potential used car lot. That has since not worked out, and he would like to rezone it back to R2 rural for potential residential use. The future land use map shows this area as transitional. This rezoning does fit within that rezoning. Planning Commission unanimously voted to approve it.
Do I have a motion to accept this as first reading? Motion by Vice Chair. I have a second. Second by Councilman Reader. Any discussion? All in favor? It is unanimous. Item D, first reading on ordinance 05042026, rezoning property at 5576 SC Highway 12134, Newberry, consisting of 10 acres from R2 rural to RS single family residential, and that's tax map number 295-39.
Yes, sir. So again, property owner has submitted request to rezone his 10-acre parcel located at 5576 SC Highway 121 from R2 rural to RS single family residential. His proposed use is for a higher density residential development. He stated 20 lots, but after doing the math, that parcel would not support 20 lots. The future land use map identifies this parcel as rural development. The rezoning does fit within that definition of rural development. Last night, in a 5-4 vote, the Planning Commission did vote to approve the rezoning.
Thank you, ma'am. Do I have a motion to accept first reading? Motion by Councilman Scurry. Second. Second by Councilman Johnson. Any discussion? All in favor? One, two. All right, we have 5-2. Motion carries 5-2. Item E, first reading, ordinance 05052026, acceptance of Goggins Court and Fawn Court into the Newberry County road system. Do I have a motion that we accept ordinance? Motion by Councilman Scurry. Do I have a second? Second by Councilman Reader. Any further discussion? All in favor? It is unanimous. All right, item 11, there's no action taken during the 5 p.m. work session. Do we have any appointments?
Got one.
Got one appointment? All right.
Mrs. Richardson.
Who is this?
Mrs. Richardson. First name, ma'am?
Ms. Richardson?
Yes.
And to which?
Which board?
Special needs.
Special needs?
Special Needs Board. All right. We have a motion to Ms. Richardson to be appointed to the Special Needs Board. Do I have a second? Second by Councilman Johnson. Any discussion? All in favor? It is unanimous. Any more appointments? All right. Do I have a motion to adjourn? Motion by Councilman Johnson. Do I have a second? Councilman Reader. All in favor? We are adjourned.